Guys, I'll show you what we're working on here today. Well, we got the engine back in the 53 Chevy panel. This is the last time. We had it in and out 3 or 4 times because you have to keep fitting it. We had to fit for the headers, and you can see we had to notch out the frame there for the headers, and we had to box the frame. The proportioning valve was on this side of the frame. We had to move that, make all new brake lines for the proportioning valve, obviously. What else is going on here? On this side, the same. You can see the header. Because it's not like they make headers for an LS that's going in a 53 Chev pickup. You buy the ones that are closest to seeing what will fit, and then from there you modify. So that's what's going on there. Got a bunch of wires ran up inside the vehicle. Got all these aftermarket brackets on to eliminate a lot of the... If you're familiar with the LSs, they have a lot of shit on the front of them. This eliminates a lot of it. Got rid of the AC, it moves the alternator to a different spot, all sorts of stuff. Just got to paint this little pump here. Had to mask this off, paint it. Just got the water pump all painted up, same color. So the engine and tranny are staying in now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull the drive shaft out, get a measurement. We have to take the drive shaft and have it shortened and a different yoke put on the end. Then we can get that hooked up. We've got the intake right here, the snorkel, some people call it. It's just sitting here all painted. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? Look at the shine on that. Definitely looking good. So we gotta let that dry up overnight. Don't really want to put that on yet anyway because there's a bunch of other stuff to do. You got to get all the coil packs mounted here and all the wiring shit. You start setting that on there right now, good chance you'll scratch it. So we'll just leave it alone for at the moment. Now I'm working on the with Chris. Chris will be giving me a hand here tomorrow, but I'm dragging all the stuff in. All the wood. We've got all the wood stained for this, oak wood. This is that 4x4, the 80. Well, that truck's actually a collage. I think it's an 80 frame with an 84 cab. It's a mixture of everything. But you know, it's got a GMC tailgate, but a Chevy grill. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I'm getting everything laid out. There's all our braces. There's the wood right there. Going to get that all situated. So there's a good, believe it or not, there's a good half a day or more just trying to fit all that in there. It's not that easy. It just doesn't go together that quick. Another toolbox is Burden Propane. You saw one in the past videos. We did it. This goes on their tanker trucks. We painted all up the nice green that they got their trucks, and Rhino lined it inside. Over here, Mike is doing an excellent job on. Let's move this out of the way. Remember, this was a back half of a 4-door, front half of a 2-door. Oh, just a collage of stuff. The phone's ringing. Let's shut that off. Let's take a look. You can see there's all the framework he's doing right up inside there. Put a nice round pipe across there. Then it goes to square. And he went with the round pipe because it fits the contour of the roundness here. Then we're going to start sheeting this in with floor. But first we'll get all this welded in. This body can then actually be lifted off of the stand. Right now it's tacked. If you look over there carefully, we've got it tacked down so nothing is moving. Then we'll lift it off, and then obviously in the back here you see it's going to have to be cut out because it has to be cut out for these. So it's going to cut that out, but it's all going to work out fine. It's going to be excellent, going to be super strong. So we got that going on. We got a new car coming today, little Ford. This gentleman, he's actually he lived down here for quite a while. He was part of the Roadman Car Club. Rowan is his name, super nice guy. This was his little hot rod around town. And he's Australian, and then so he moved from Australia out here, then he lived out here for quite a while, now he's come back to Australia. So we're going to be doing a clutch on this, fixing some lights, going through the brakes, doing some welding underneath, cleaning up the undercoating underneath, just making it sure it's mechanically safe and sound, and we might be repainting repainting the whole black half on it. Everything you see satin black might be repainting, because once you start getting in here and you're fixing, I think you can see there's some rust starting down there, and I believe there's some on the back here somewhere. But once you start fixing that, when you're dealing with these cars that are satin black, that's a problem. When you paint a car satin, you're never ever going to color match that and get it exact again. You're not going to do a blend on it. You're just going to repaint the whole fucking thing, or you're going to end up with one spot that's a little shinier than the other. So, yeah, he's got his leopard skin going on there. Oh yeah, kind of funky. Beautiful door panels. Love this chrome. Love this. This gave me an idea. When I seen that, now I don't know, I'm going to have to look online if that's factory, but if that is factory, you know what I'm going to use that on? You all know what I'm going to use that on? That's where my mind is thinking. I'm going to use that on my 31 Ford Coupe. Any of you that watched last night, you saw my video, I was working on my car. Well, how cool would that be on the door panels, right? You always got to keep an open mind, like look at that. So I am going to be looking around tonight and see if I can find, if I want to make sure that is factory, which I believe it is, and if it is, I'm going to be looking for a set. I always loved these Fords, these 54s, because they had this glass dome on here. Now that's a cool Dash 2 to put into a Model A. But, pardon me, that I don't have. I don't have one of those dashes. This car's still running the Flatty. Don't even know where you... I'm even not sure where we open the hood on this old beast. Haven't even tried. Here, let me set this camera down. Let me see if I can open this up for you. You guys can look at the fender for a minute. Okay, it doesn't open there. Huh. Weird. Oh, right here. There we go. Okay, hang on guys, I'm coming back. Here we go. Sorry about that, that's a shitty part of the video. Oh, he's got some finned Offenhauser heads. Holy shit, he's got a big old far barrel up there. Man. Oh man. Headers on there. It's got obviously converted to an alternator on there. Wow. Oh, he's a ham member. He's a part of the ham right there. He's an Alliance member since 2009. Holy shit, I've been on the ham since whenever too, and I ain't no member. I'm not a member of nothing. I don't know. Okay. Not that I'm knocking it, I'm just not a member of anything. I don't like to be obligated to anything. Nothing whatsoever. I just want to be obligated to build my hot rods. That's it. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Cool little ride there. So we'll play with that. He wants to get the bumpers re-chromed right there. Like I said, he is a roadman. Good old roadman. There's the Model A. Put her back away last night. Actually, I put her away this morning. What am I saying? Y'all remember, I put the wood in it last night. If you haven't seen the video, look it up. Going to town here. You guys have not seen Big Red for a bit. So, as you see, I got the tailgate on her. I got the box bolted down. I got the toolbox back in the back. Yes, whoever buys this truck is going to get a beautiful old Delta toolbox. Okay, so I got all that done. So it's just a matter of getting the front sheet metal on her. And away we go. But I couldn't do that until we got the rad support painted. So we painted up the rad support this weekend. That's, well, I don't know where it is. We won't worry about that right now. We'll move on to other things. This truck, you guys remember this truck? I built this a couple years back. This is a 66 Chevy pickup. This gentleman, Peter, his dad had it forever. He used to go camping and hunting in it. That's why he's got that homemade rack on the back. Maybe you guys don't like it. Some do, some don't. But it meant something to him because his dad had done it. And his dad passed away and he got the truck. So we went through the whole truck. We didn't do like a... it wasn't like a white glove frame off restoration, but it was a frame off restoration. It was just a nice clean up, make it a driver. So we put newer differentials in it, so he's got disc brakes and all that kind of stuff. He's running a hopped up little 327 with the old 4-speed in there, and it's a beautiful truck. And if anyone is interested, you can get hold of me. He's in here in Abbotsford, British Columbia. He's actually thinking in the back of his mind, as much as he doesn't want to, you know where I'm going with this, he's thinking he might want to sell the truck. He doesn't drive it that much. It sits in a carport, and we all know what happens when things sit around. Seals start drying up. It's not the greatest for him. So he's thinking maybe it should go to a home where someone's going to enjoy it and look after it. So it did get the collector plate. It's got collector plate status right there. Like I say, it's not... This was built as a nice, clean, daily driver. It's not a show truck, but it's still a beautiful truck. There's the 80. I call it an 80. I think the cab's an 84 though. But anyway, there she is, all painted up, sitting outside. So I'm going to get on that. Like I say, I'm going to get on it tomorrow. Chris and I are going to get this sucker put together. I got some glass that's going in it this week. Going to get the grill, the front bumper on it, and the hood on it. There's one of the fenders for my truck right there for Big Red. So And get that done. The Camaro, you haven't seen that for a while. I finally did finish putting the tail pan in. Tail pan, light pan, whatever you want to call it. It's all in there good. What I'm working on right now is I'm working on the seat riser. This is for the rear seat. I'm getting that all situated in place. Got a plug welded all across there. I've been welding up there. So I got to get that finished off. And then basically take a flashlight and hold it up. You know, usually lay it on the floor here and there. I crawl underneath, look and see if there's any little pinholes I might have missed welding, and just tidy them up, and then start cleaning up and grinding a few welds here and there underneath the car. And she is then done for welding. Looking good, looking good. All right. Now, Sean has got the VW. You remember, it got all painted up. You saw that in a couple of past videos. So, what this is now what we're going to do is the owner wants to go for that real depth look. So you can see this thing looks gorgeous. I mean, I don't know, it's not even a sunny day, and look at the shine coming off it. The owner now wants us to sand this down. We've let it sit for a little bit because we've been busy for other stuff. We're going to sand this whole car down. Sean's in the shop right now working on the fenders and doors and everything else. We're going to sand her down, then we're going to take it off back to the paint booth, and we're going to give it 2 more coats of clear. So that's the plan with the VW. So this week we're going to get the 4 fenders and the doors re-cleared. And then next week we'll send the body over and the hood and the trunk lid and get it re-cleared. Then this car's out of here. Then this car will be going home to the owner, and he will be dealing with putting it together. All right. So that is what is going on in the shop today. So I'm going to and a whack of parts left over from that 71 Charger. It's up and done, sitting over here. We just got to do the wheel alignment, the 71 Charger. I don't know if you saw it on the ground. Just got to get the alignment done. It's got all Hotchkiss suspension now. It's got new dual exhaust. It's got a posi rear end with 355 gears. It had 2 7.0s non-posi, so this thing should just rock now. That should wake it right up. So that's cool. So, let me get the hood closed down on this for the night. This old girl's going to sit out for tonight. And yes, the Ford Crew Cab, you're all wondering, I brought it in the summer. I brought this in the summer. I kind of used it as a filler through the summer, working on a few pieces here and there. We're going to be going to town on it here now pretty quick. I'm going to get the neighbor over his forklift, lift the cab off, put it on my trailer, take it down, get it blasted. The box I won't blast yet because there's no point. I'm just going to leave the box sit outside for now. I got no undercover area for it. So it's best to leave it sit outside, so at least that way there it's, you know, if I blast it, it's going to sit outside. It's just going to get rusty again. So I want to get the cab done, get the frame all blasted, get the frame, you know, painted up, and start on this. This truck's going to need a lot of rust repair in the cab. But we got the doors done, we got one fender done, we got the hood done. We have been working on stuff for it, little stuff here and there, and that's the main thing. He wanted it for the summertime, and I hope to be giving him this truck on June. That's my plan, is June. June, out the door. Away we go. All right. Okay. And there was that 41 Ford dash. I dragged it down. If you guys watched my Model A video again, I dragged the dash down last night. And I was playing with that dash, thinking about it. You can see I already got some cut lines put on there, thinking that might be the route. But before I cut it up, I will put the 51 dash, or we'll bring it down too from the 51 car and see what that's about. But that's enough talk about the Model A, because that's totally separate videos. We all know that. Anyway, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Remember, it's always a good time at old time. See you later.